does this feel like the start of the big season now? I mean, is this day one, or is it already?
No. I guess from a corporate and supporter base, Tuesday and today's a bit like the start, but for us, December 1 really, when the majority of the group came back together, was the start of a new year and a new season, and we've been hard at work for a while now.
What did you make of Tuesday? What did you take out of it?
That if you don't turn up with the right attitude and intensity, this competition will find you out very quickly. And our effort was way off the mark on Tuesday, and a team who had a new coach and wanted to impress absolutely smashed us. So it's a really sharp reminder of how even the competition is, and that always there's a couple of teams that bob up from in the bottom 8. The following year they pop up. So we're expecting West Coast to go really well this year, and as I said, it's a good reminder of how far we've got to go.
Having said that, Pav, do you address attitude as a playing group, or have you left it to the coaches?
No, we addressed it straight after the game as a leadership group, and a couple of players spoke, and certainly the coaches deal with that as well. But we'll watch the tape and make sure that we address that really quickly, because we know we are an effort-based sport, and particularly the way we play is very much about our attitude and bringing that to life on a weekly basis, and clearly we didn't do that Tuesday.
Had you sensed anything leading up to that with your training or?
We were in a really big training load, so I think there's that physical aspect to it, but this was clearly a mental choice on Tuesday, and as I said, it's a good reminder if you're not switched on, you're not ready to go, you're going to get found out pretty quickly.
The chairman's just said he wants improvement. That's his only expectation of the season. How do you improve on being runners up?
Well, look, that's the outcome. So you can improve without actually getting success. So I think that's the first thing, that the obvious outcome of improvement is going one step further, but improvement doesn't necessarily mean you get what you absolutely desire in life. Improvement means that we become better in offence and we maintain our defence, and I think that's one thing we try to work on throughout the pre-season. And if just because we do those things, it doesn't mean that we'll actually get what we fully desire. That's the bad thing about sport and the bad thing about life. Sometimes you try your absolute butt off and sometimes you fall short, but that's what happened last year, and we're hoping to go one better, but we know that isn't the ultimate result. What we're trying to do, we're trying to improve.
What does it feel like to go into a season as one of the premiership favourites? You probably wouldn't have experienced that before.
Well, it means nothing to us. West Coast were premiership favourites this time last year and had an indifferent season. It's happened before and it'll happen again, so it doesn't concern us one bit.
Personally, what's the program with you now? Do you ramp up your game time next, or do you expect to play the next couple?
Yeah, look, I was expecting to play pretty close to a full game on Tuesday, but myself and Luke had really slight niggles, or at least a high training load, so there was some risk going into the game, so I was managed for only a half on the weekend. So I guess over the next couple of weeks we need to ramp that game time up and make sure that come round 1 we're ready to go.
And for you personally, was that a niggle or the training load?
It was a training load, so I was fine, but when you say niggle, I think people sort of say, oh, what's going on? But it's more that training load and the risk of injury by virtue of how hard we've been going.
But you must have some kind of soreness or something to give you that indication.
No. The strength and conditioning coaches measure the loads and do all the physical parameters, and they make the call on that basis. So there's a potential risk of us playing a full game, so they make that call.
Early days yet, but Scotty Gumbleton, how's it feel having him down there on the forward line?
Yeah, look, really excited to have Gumbels down there. We've been working really closely together all summer, both on the track and in the weights room, and he's really impressed with his attitude, and it was a pretty tough night from up forward on Tuesday, but looking forward to him adding another bow to our forward line presence.
At one stage in the trial game, not this one, the one at Subi, there was yourself, Scott and Sandy down there as well. Big forward line.
Look, it may. It's something that we have to work out. Obviously, our forward line was renowned for its pressure and its intensity around the football, and that's where Chris Mayne and Hayden Ballantyne and Matt De Boer and Michael Walters complement that. So we need to find the right balance, but if we can have a little bit more height down there, that'd be great.
When do you expect Chris Mayne to play?
Look, he's in full training. He was backed off sort of just after Christmas, but and he's sort of coming to hand over the next week or two. Sorry, the last week or two. He's probably likely this week, but that's really hard for me to make a call on that.
There seems to be a few guys like Chris and Ryan Crowley who are coming off sort of modified or programs or have been backed off. Any concern about a bit of a slow start maybe to this year based on some of those guys?
No, look, there isn't. They've still been able to get a huge amount of running work in them. It's just that full-on AFL intensity training that they're slightly lacking at the moment, but we're pretty confident they'll pick that up in the next couple of weeks.
What can we expect from the side next week against the Bulls?
Hopefully a much better application in our mindset and a much fierce sort of competition for a team who, by the looks last night, played quite well and they're young and up and coming. So we're looking to rebound and make amends.
Just on Colin Sylvia, a lot of other ex-Demon players have said it's been an unbelievable step up in fitness at their new clubs. Is he finding that out as well, and was his fitness perhaps a bit wanting when he arrived at the club?
Not that I'm aware of. No, Colin had a few issues with his body physically, and he, a little bit like a couple other guys, was on a modified program when he arrived. But no, he's really hit the ground running over the last month or so, and we're looking forward to the way he progresses over the next couple of weeks.
So you're still confident, Matthew, that the timing in terms of the club's pre-season is going well and will be right in a couple of months' time?
Yep. Yes.
Thanks, mate.